Hyundai is updating its Ioniq 5 electric mega hatch for 2025. These updates focus on more battery capacity, greater driving range, and access to a larger charging infrastructure. The most surprising and potentially fun update, however, is the news that Hyundai is going to build an XRT version of the Ioniq 5. A slightly lifted electric rally hatch? Count me in, this sounds fun. First, I'll run through the overall updates for the 2025 Ioniq 5. Probably the biggest bit of news is that these will have an NACS or NACS port. That means you can charge up at a Tesla supercharger. You'll get a CCS adapter to use when you're charging elsewhere. Standard range models will see the battery capacity rise from 58 to 63 kilowatt hours, and long range models will see a jump from 77.4 kilowatt hours to an even 84. With that increase in capacity comes fresh range targets. The rear-wheel drive standard range currently delivers 220 miles, but Hyundai expects to see a new range of over 240 miles. Rear-wheel drive long-range models can currently deliver 303 miles, but Hyundai expects that number to now climb over 310 miles. As for the all-wheel drive version, these are already long-range only, and the current range is listed at 260 miles. Hyundai predicts a range target of between 250 plus and 280 plus. The reason for the wide range here is that the driving range changes depending on the trim and wheel size. I'd assume that lower number is for the XRT, while other trims should land at the higher figure. Speaking of the XRT, let's take a look at what's going on here. This is a quasi-safaried version of the i5. It's dual motor big battery only. The suspension gets a unique XRT tune, and it sees the car sitting nearly an inch higher. You also get 18-inch XRT specific wheels wearing 235/60 all-terrain tires. The front and rear cladding is finished in an etched digital camouflage, and it's a little on the goofy side, but I'm gonna let it go here. The window trim, mirror caps, side sills, and badges are all blacked out, and the XRT can be had in a few colors, including Ultimate Red and Cosmic Blue Pearl, which are both XRT exclusives. I'm a fan of this idea. I'd love to see it pushed even further with more aggressive protection and suspension, but as it sits, I really am curious about how this thing will take to sideways fun on dirt roads. Back to the 2025 lineup as a whole, though, as Hyundai has more changes in store. There's a new steering wheel design, redesigned climate controls, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, and all trims from SEL on up get heated seats in the rear. There are a greater amount of standard safety features, a more smartly located wireless charging pad, and now you also get a rear wiper with washer feature, which is something Hyundai says that owners have been asking for on the Ioniq 5. The 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5 is set to be the first model lineup to come off the line at the new HMGMA plant in Georgia. That should open it up to a greater range of potential tax credits or incentives as it starts to filter out onto dealer lots. There's no word on updated pricing for these 2025 model year machines, but that info should arrive sometime this fall. Until then, I'm going to start daydreaming about the mods I'd do on a rally-ready XRT version.